Dawn Dares to Dream, I like to inspire and motivate adults to dream again. Because as we go through life and take on our different roles and responsibilities, we tend to put our dreams on the back burner. And my goal here at Dawn Dares to Dream is to help you pick those dreams back up and to pursue them again. Now, I want you to understand, I started Dawn Dares to Dream because I wanted to relay my message and my heart and my feelings across to whomever would listen. It can be difficult getting your closest family and friends to understand the way that you believe and when you try to express it and share it. So this was like my backdoor way into letting everybody know. Now, I may have lost some viewers as a result of that because they don't agree, and that's fine. I am definitely a proponent of everyone having their own thoughts, their own process, their own mindset that works for them. Your religion works for you, you keep that. No one's telling you to get rid of that. Whatever it is that works for you, continue to use it. I'm just saying that sprinkle some of this other information on it, this personal development information that I'm providing you, and see where your life takes you and how you take off personally. Always remember, we are in control of how we see our environment. I don't care what everyone says it looks like or everyone says it is. We are in control of how we choose to perceive the environment. Hey dreamers, welcome back. And thank you to all the new dreamers who stopped by Dawn Dares to Dream today to see what we're all about. Well, we are doing a YouTube promo. So if you're new or you're old and you have not subscribed to my channel, click on that red button down there, that red rectangular button that says subscribe, and subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to give you a reward. What I'm going to give you is the workbook or action guide of your choosing at no cost to you. So what I need you to do is send me a screen capture via social media, messaging, or my email account at dawndancetodream@gmail.com. Let me know which action guide or workbook you want, and I'll send it right to you. You can look at the description for the action guides. There's a link in this post called Shop. Go click there. There are 5 workbooks and action guides there. You can look through and see what their descriptions and pick the one that's right for you. Today we are going to discuss keeping your dreams and goals to yourself. Now, if you have a family, that may be a little difficult, right? You probably need to share and get them on the same page. But if you can, as much as you can with people who, you know, outside of your immediate family and friends that you talk to all the time, you don't want to tell everybody what your dreams and goals are. People throw daggers. That's what I like to call them. Yes, I said daggers, because they aren't achieving and doing what they want, right? They are living their normal life. They're going to work. They're going home. They're hanging out. And they are not really looking to grow or to move up to a higher level, right? So when you tell them what you're trying to do, the people who like to throw those daggers, why would you want to do that? You want more responsibility at your job? Why would you take that money and pay your house off early? You know what you could be doing with that money right now? You could be going on vacation. You could be doing this. You could be doing that. But whatever it is that they are saying is the opposite of what it is that you have chosen to do. You have to remember to keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the choice that you have made. Now, if someone is giving you a legitimate alternative to what you're doing that's going to get you to where you're going and it's feasible for you to do, it's even better than what you had decided, then yeah, take their advice. But most of the time, you're not going to get that kind of advice. You're going to get advice that tells you, don't worry about doing that. You need to do that. Why are you doing that? That's what the daggers people are going to say. So I know it can be difficult, right? You know, you got these big dreams and goals and you're just bursting at the seams and you want to talk to someone about it. I say make sure that person is really in your corner. Because just because it's a family member that's been around for years and they have always appeared to be in your corner doesn't mean that they really are. You don't know what in the world they're saying about you behind your back. You know what I mean? So just make sure when you're sharing that you're reading body language from the person. What kind of things do they say initially? Do they sound like they would normally sound when they're passionate about something? do they sound a little weird and a little weary of what it is you're doing? Or are they going to tell you, this is only because I love you. I want to tell you this. They're not in your corner. Because you don't need to hear every negative thing about the choice that you've made. Because I'm thinking you probably already thought about a lot of things, but this is something that you still want to do. So you need to take care with who you share your things with. Now, granted, like I said earlier, with the spouses and those life partners, oh, Lord, you just have them, okay? And I don't see how you can have a dream or a goal and you really keep it close to the chest. Like, I have a vision board, guys, and it's on the back of my bedroom door. So if I had a husband or a life partner, he would see it because it's on the back of the door every day. So if he isn't aligned with what I'm doing, when he's looking at my vision board, he's throwing daggers. He may never say them to me, right? Because he knows how passionate I am about it because I put it on a vision board. But it doesn't mean that he wants it for me. You hear where I'm coming from? So maybe some things that, a single person would do who lives alone and no one sees things, they may do their manifestation planning in a different manner. So you have a spouse that for sure, really isn't on board with everything that you do. And you're using the manifestation techniques that I've taught you. And I have 3 law of attraction series. You can go check it out. But there are things that people do when they are having trouble focusing on the thing that it is they want. All the techniques that we give you are really helping you to focus on everything that you want, keeping you grateful, because that is very important, and to manifesting, and to keep you believing that it can happen. So there are a lot of different little things that we have you to do. One of them is the vision board. And yes, I do a vision board because I need to see it, people. I want to go to bed dreaming about it. I want to walk out in the living room and smile about it. I want it on top of my mind so that I keep doing the things that I'm doing. Those action steps that I do daily to achieve that goal. I want to continue to do it. And my vision board gives me inspiration. But say, again, you have a spouse who's not on board with whatever your dream or your goal is. And so you can't really plaster stuff everywhere. But I have the big, ginormous vision board, right? You can make a little cardboard one that kind of fits in a book. Buy a book, start reading a book, okay? I don't care if you just read 2 words every day. But stick the thing in there, and you could buy a book with a title that your spouse is not going to pick this book up because they don't want to read it. So when you open that book, you're not really reading thing. You really are looking at your vision board because you don't want them throwing daggers. Do you get where I'm coming from? So you have to be creative with your creation process when you are not equally yoked or on the same page. Again, this is why I'm telling all the single people out there or divorced people out there, this time around, when the next person that you meet, make sure that the one box they check is that you have the same or similar belief system. Ta-da! Because that's a big, big deal. Our belief systems are at the core of who we are. If y'all do not have the same belief system, I think it's very difficult for that relationship to be successful. I'm not saying that it can't, because who am I to tell you what you can't do, right? But I'm telling you to make it easier on you. You want to have those serious things aligned. Base belief system needs to be very similar. It doesn't have to be the same, but it has to be similar so that you're headed in the right direction. Again, don't go around town telling everyone about your goals, your dreams. Example, when I was buying my home, I have a lot of family back in Baltimore that I could have been on the phone with telling them what I was doing. I didn't tell nobody nothing. You know who I spoke to? My dad and my mom, because I was trying to figure out how large of a home I needed. So I asked my mother, are you ever going to come and live with me? No, I'll probably visit. That's what she said. I asked my dad, you ever going to live? No. Do you understand that when I first bought my home, my father moved straight in here? There goes my extra bedroom. Because, I work in IT, right? So I'm going to do things in a very methodical way. So I didn't need a large home. First off, I don't like cleaning. So I'm not cleaning a large home, number one. Okay? Number one. Number two, I don't want to be in a house with all these empty rooms. I feel like that's a little spooky. You know, I don't want these empty rooms. I want my rooms full of life to be used for something. They don't have to be a person living in it, but it needs to have a function so that that function is used often. You understand? Like the kitchen is a function. You cook your food in there. You do that all the time. If you have a family room, you go and you watch your TV in there. You do that all the time. You understand? YouTube space. I use YouTube all the time. You see where I'm coming from? Just how are you using it? Office space. Yeah, I'm working from home now. So that's a room that will be used too. But if the rooms are going to sit dormant and there's going to be nobody in it and it's just going to collect dust because there's nothing going on, I'm not into that. So I asked them. But they are the only people that I asked. I think I told one of my cousins, maybe. I think I did. But that's it. So you're talking 3 people. And then I bought a house, boop, boop, and I was in here, and then that's when people knew I had a home when I had purchased it. Because I didn't need any daggers, and I didn't need anyone trying to call and give me doubt because I'm a single woman living alone, you know, in a home. Do you feel safe? Do you feel secure? You know, all these things. And I've been here for 8 years and I've had any issues. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I feel safe and secure, you know. I'm a little nervous when I first moved in here, you know, just me and my son in this house and these windows and yeah, I was a little nervous. And I don't live in the city, people, so I was a little nervous in the beginning, driving down the dark road, coming home with the crazy trees, looking like a scary movie. I was a little nervous. But I've been out here for 8 years now. I'm used to the vegetation. I grew up in the city. I grew up in Baltimore City. I didn't grow up in like the concrete jungle part of the city. I mean, there were trees and stuff, but I grew up in apartments, you know, so there was always people around. So the solitude is a little different, a little different here, you know, but I made it. But I didn't need to hear someone describe all that to me. Do you get it? Because I'm already kind of thinking about it anyway, but I want a home, and this is where I could get one and get one inexpensively, and it met my criteria, like no money down. I talk about how I got my home. I believe in my law of attraction series. I have like 3 of them, and one of them I talk about it because I didn't get my home in a traditional way because I didn't have the traditional money, but that doesn't mean I couldn't own a home because the universe is always working for us. But again, other people are also working and creating against us. So you have to be careful of what you share. You want to manifest quickly? Tell only who needs to know what you're doing. Do you understand? So that's probably like your spouse, right? Nobody else really needs to know because it's going to impact them. If it's not going to impact them at all, you might want to keep it to yourself, you know. So they don't throw no daggers. And you know your spouse. You know whether or not they ride or die and they really for you or not, you know. I love my son's dad, but deep down, I don't think that he was really for me. He was for me supporting him. You understand? So do you have a spouse who loves your independence and wants to support you in the things that you do, your endeavors? Or are they mad because they don't have the same kind of thoughts and they don't have the upbeat attitude? You know, like, are they envious of you or do they really want to support you? Because just because you've been married for umpteen years does not mean the person really wants to support you. So you have to know that when you're creating. I'm not telling you to leave your spouse, but what I am saying, you need to guard your mind, guard your thoughts while you're focusing on what it is that you want and desire to create it in your life. Beware of the dagger throwers. Okay? So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Also remember that there's a comment section down there. So click on that. Leave me a comment with any questions that you may have. Also, there's a share button with an arrow. Share this to your social media platform like Facebook. And my face is going to be up here in a circle. This is where you can subscribe. So click on my face, select the gray bell, select all. That way you'll be subscribed to my YouTube channel and you'll be notified to all the new content I place up here to YouTube. And you'll be entered into the YouTube promo once you send me that screen capture, right? Email me at dawndancedream@gmail.com. That screen capture. Let me know which workbook you want, and it will be yours at no cost to you. Over here, I'm going to place the Taking Responsibility for Your Life series, and I also will put the Universal Laws up here. The Universal Laws series is an awesome series. It has a workbook action guide associated with it. It really explains all the other universal laws, how they work together so that you can create the life of your dreams. The law of attraction is in there too. Yeah.
Thank you for hanging out with me today. Have a great day, dreamers.